Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. Another day that I didn't stream but traded on my own, tried to focus, and I got it done. Another nice solid green day, and still, being super consistent just like I have been since almost this year started. It's just been crazy consistent. So I'll show you guys some charts here for the last 30, 60, and 90 days, which honestly is kind of insane. I don't think I've ever had any better charts like that in a while, or maybe ever. For those of you guys that are new to the recaps, I stream live every day, but right now I'm currently taking a break, so no live streams, but I'm still trying to make my recaps if I have time, if I feel like it. So here it is. I'll tell you guys the trades. I'm actually going to show you a live trade today as well. I think on that live trade I made like 1.4K on that trade, so that was a pretty nice trade. And then that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys want to learn from me, use me as a mentor, I'm still active on that private Discord, so you guys check it down, link down below. I also use Tradervue. So Tradervue is where I keep track of all my stats. You guys have a 25% off discount down below if you use the code and buy the yearly gold plan, which is what I have now, and it's honestly amazing. You get commissions added on top of that, so you know exactly how much you're spending, and on top of all these stats that you can track of. So how did I do today? Today I made just over $2,000, so 2,040 bucks. Pretty solid trading. This was a big trade of the day, and I'll show you guys that one. And then I did give back almost 800 bucks off the top. I was up at 2,000, pretty close to 2,000. I brought myself down to like 1.1, 1.2 on the day, and I'll show you guys where I did that, where I took those losses as well. Overall, another nice day. Yesterday was also a 2K day, so that's 4K in 2 days. Pretty nice start to this week, so hopefully I keep this up and maybe can finish up another nice week, finish this month of April strong. So that's going to be it for that. So here is the actual P&L on Tesla. I always do that to block it off. You guys have to watch the recap. Here is the charts that I want to show you guys. So this is for the last 30 days. So last 30 days, I think I've only had 1 or 2 red days there. That's a 1 red day. But other than that, almost going straight up for the last 30 days. And this was just screenshotted today. This is the last 60 days here. So that's the last 60 days. You can see that's the last 30 days there. So still almost going straight up. Looks like maybe 3 red days in here total. And then there is the last 90 days, which this is just insane. I mean, this equity curve is just going straight up. So this is the last 90 days. I think maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5, 6 red days in this whole period of 90 days. That is pretty incredible. That is crazy consistency. So I'm really happy about that. Alright, so going on into today's trade. So the trades of this morning. Now this morning was kind of choppy. Honestly, at this point I don't really know what to expect with Tesla, because SPY right now is selling off, and SPY is actually having a pretty nice red day, and Tesla is still kind of holding up. So if you look at SPY, this is a chart for SPY, so pretty big sell off there. And then Tesla is actually kind of going the opposite. It moved up and held. Yeah, it's kind of selling off a little bit now, but it held a lot stronger than it did compared to NQ and SPY. So Tesla actually held, pushed higher, held, pushed higher, and then kind of just chopped around, as opposed to NQ and SPY that out of the gates, I don't think they even made a higher high in the first 10 minutes after that, and they've just been downhill since then. So both of these stocks were trading similar, and then Tesla was the opposite. And I kind of realized that early on. I like to sometimes take a look at both NQ and SPY and trade them together with Tesla, but there's days like today where it's just the complete opposite and doesn't even make sense. So it's kind of tricky to trade. Out of the gates, I don't think I took any trades early on. Let me go ahead and filter these, because I am just not making the recap around 2:30, and I traded this at 8:30 in the morning. So it's been a little bit. I decided to walk away. So out of the gates, it looks like oh, actually, I remember. This was kind of stupid on today. Somewhere around here, I clicked the market button, because I was like, what happens if I just click market? Like, I've never done it in pre-market. I know it rejects it, but how does it reject it? I'm sure I have maybe a long time. I don't know why I decided to do it. So I actually clicked buy, and so literally it was like 2 or 3 minutes before market open, and I canceled it. And then market open, and for some reason when market opened, the second market open, it filled me in. Is there a time on this? Yeah, at 6 seconds. It filled me in 6 seconds after the market open. You guys know I would never buy that early. So for some reason it filled me in down here, up here, which kind of sucked because when this candle dropped, and that was 500 shares. When this candle dropped, I was down like 200 bucks on that trade, and I didn't even want to do it. I got thrown off guard because the market opened, and then like 6 seconds afterwards I saw the little notifications at the top left of the cha-ching noise when you're filled, and I was like, what the heck? And then I looked at my P&L and it was moving, and I kind of realized that order that I had executed and canceled, I guess for some reason didn't cancel, but the thing was gone. Like there was no green line across my thing, there was no green animation that an order was spending, so I had canceled it. It was all gone. For some reason it filled me in, and I honestly got kind of lucky because at the bottom of this candle was down like 200 bucks. That's when I first realized it, and if this would have dropped, I could have been down 300-400 bucks right out the get-go. And luckily enough, this thing pushed up, and I mean, the second I tried going to break even, I tried closing it, I did end up losing like $80 or $90, so that kind of like stung, you know, not necessarily like, oh, I took a red trade, but like, are you serious? I'm gonna start the day off with this, so that kind of sucked. But I hung in there and had some nice trades here. I took advantage of this longs here. Then somewhere through here this thing got pretty heavy and it seemed like it didn't want to keep pushing, so I followed down a nice short. Here's most of the trades here. If you guys want to pause it, you can pause the videos most of the time and probably like, look, okay, he bought there, sold there, yeah. But this is the big trade of the day, and this is the reason why I want to make this recap, to show you guys this. So kind of in the morning, if you guys see this giant pennant, you know, and I thought several times, you know, I had this pennant like here, you know, I had it like this first, and then I always readjust it. So I had it like this, and then I had it like this, and then I had it like this. You know, it always keeps getting bigger. It always happens. Then I had it like this, then I had it like this, and then I had it like this, right? And so it's kind of just random all the time. You know, you never know when it's really gonna break. You never know when it's really gonna flush, because this move to me, this move here, kind of looks like, you know, maybe this move here, or maybe this move here, right? Or maybe this move here, right? So it's very hard to time breakouts like that, because you never know when the pennant is actually breaking out. But somehow I just felt like I had it, felt like I felt it, felt like the time and sells, the level 2 was there for me to chase it up here. And you know, this whole morning I was chasing this thing, not chasing, trading this thing with 500, 700. It looks like today I did bump it up a little bit, so I was trading 700, 700, 700, couple thousand there. But that one trade right there, you see none of these trades, actually one down here 1600, but sometimes that's because I bought and sold several times in the candle, like bought, you know, 1,000, sold it, and then bought it again 1,000, and then sold it, so it marks it like that. But this one for sure, 1,400 shares right there, that was this long right here. I was actually short again, trying to anticipate the pennant to keep holding, go back down. Ended up getting kind of squeezed there. I ended up going long, and then as soon as I just felt it, you know, that this thing could have ripped through all of these levels and go to high, I just added to it. Right away doubled my position. So now I was in with, instead of 700, I was in with 1,400 shares, and this thing just absolutely exploded. And I love when it does that, because if it moves slow, I tend to just, okay, scale out 200, scale out 100, scale out 100, scale out 100. So by the time it gets up to the highs, you know, I'm already in with only half my shares at 700. But this time it kind of exploded right away, and I did a good job of taking very small amounts out. So I downsized to, like, out of 1,400 shares, I was taking out 100, 100, 100. So I still had like 1,000 shares going into this peak up here, something like that. So let's just look at the live trade. I'm gonna drag it down here. I was already in the short, so I already got squeezed. At this point, I'm up $650. There's no audio on this live trade, but here it is. So I'm up $653 at this moment. I'm waiting for this candle to see what it's gonna do. Then I'm like, okay, this might actually go. There's 700 shares, and then I just kind of felt it here, and I thought, you know, this is gonna go. I see the orders coming in, even though there's a little bit of pressure there. That candle pushed down, and I'm just go for it. I added double added there, so 1,400 shares, and then right here's what I'm telling you. It just goes from there, take out 100, and then boom, it just explodes all the way up there. Now I'm in with 1,200 shares. See, it kind of just exploded, that whole move. It didn't really push, drop down, drop down, drop down. maybe go for a red candle, you know, 2-minute pullback and then 1-minute pullback, and goes, it kind of just exploded. And you can see right there, I mean, I was up 650 bucks on that trade, and within, what's happening? Alright, so I am up right there. I'm 600 because I'm right on that current trade. I add to it, and I go from 600 to 800 to 860, 900, 1,000, you know, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 700. You know, it just exploded on me, and I'm still holding, you know, 1,700 there, and I'm still holding the 1,000 shares. You know, out of 1,400 shares, I'm still holding 1,000 long, and I'm feeling good on this trade now. This goes up 1.8, 1.9 pretty soon. It gets another little pop through here, because I'm pretty sure this trade takes me all the way up to 2K on the day. So I'm holding here. Still 800 shares left, so I decreased to 200 shares more, and then gets another pop through here. There it goes, 1.9, 2K on the day now. So that trade itself, I was up 600, and now I'm sitting at 2,000 on the day. So that trade in itself right there was 1.4K on that trade, which was pretty great, pretty nice trade. And then after here, I tried holding a lot. You know, I hold through this little pullback here, and you know, went from 2K down to 1.8. I almost added here thinking this thing could go another leg, but I didn't, so I kept those 600 shares. On the way back up, I take 500, and then this thing did not squeeze like I thought it would, so you can see I ended up getting out of that trade completely. So this thing goes for it, I get out, and then kind of just stalls there. And at this point, you know, I think this was a key level that I was eyeing on the bigger time frames, so I thought I could get up to that level, but I ended up just selling it there and getting out of that trade. So $2,000 on the day now on this ticker. And now you're gonna be like, well, how did you go from, you know, being up 2K here, $2,011 there, and then still trading for another, you know, that's at 920 to whenever I stopped. I don't know when I stopped, somewhere around here. Oh, I stopped right here. So from 9:20 to 10:16. So I went from a whole hour after that, and I went from 2011 to 2039. No, what the heck happened? You know, I made 15 bucks in the next hour. Well, that was that big trade. So I was up 2K on the day right away, and somewhere through here, I mean, I was kind of chopping around. You know, I think actually, after that, I started kind of like panicking because I was trying to increase size. And I was trying to push it, you know, I have the freedom of not stressing about chats, Discord, you know, Tradecaster, YouTube, live chat, you know, all of that stuff. And so I was trying to push it, and I took like, I think 4 or 5 red trades in a row through here. Just absolutely, like, it was giving profit back right away. And let me see. So all through that area, here's that same recording. So I was just up 2K at right there, and then literally, you know, 10 minutes later I was down to 1.3 again. So I gave back like 600 bucks on this choppiness right here, which sucked. You know, I was trading bad, and then I ended up nailing some of the shorts here. So I got myself up again to 2,000 to this flat bottom here, and I didn't think this flat bottom was gonna work, and so through that whole time I was adding short. So you could see at this flat bottom there, I was up again. So at this flat bottom here through this area, I was up again 1.85, so 1850 on the day. So it kind of made it back through this move here. So I made 2,000, I lost, you know, 600, made 600 back through here, and then right here, this is where I messed up. You know, this is where I did not see this coming. I saw this flat bottom, and at one point I took like a perfect ad of somewhere down here. Like, it was absolutely gorgeous, and I ended up not holding it. So I actually want to see that trade. I want to see what fill I got. I got a fill of 1,400 shares at 160.73. So, oh my gosh, that is a trade that would have absolutely 160.73. So right there. So I had 1,400 shares again right there, and you know, I couldn't make it count. If I would have held this whole move, that would have been nice. Anyways, you know, had a good trade back to get me over 2K here, and this is where I messed up. So through here, this pops, and I'm thinking this is not gonna work. So I tried shorting it here and get squeezed, and then I see this pennant here, so I shorted here, get squeezed, and then I think at this point it got to my 162.55 level that I thought was pretty important on the daily. So I took another short up here somewhere. I got squeezed. So again, I was up $2,000 again, and then I ended up giving it all back, not all back, but you know, at the top of that move now, I was back down to 1.2 on the day. So I went up 100 to, I went up to 2K here again, and then through this whole move, shorting, I gave back another $800 back there. Luckily, I was able to, you know, again, kind of dial in, focus, and I think I nailed some trades through here. You know, could have made more if I wouldn't have taken that out, but I ended up making another, obviously, 800 bucks through this move here. That allowed me to, you know, get back up to that 2K day. You know, through that whole move there, I made 800 bucks. So back up to $2,000 on the day. So that's kind of pretty much all the trades from today. If you guys like these recaps, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, leave some comments down below. I will keep you guys updated on when I will be back to live streaming. But so far, last week, heck of a week, and today I'm already on track to do better if I can keep this up. So I'll probably be back maybe sometime next week. I know I'm gonna be out of town, so I don't know yet, but I'll keep you guys updated. And see how it goes. Anyways, you guys take care. You guys have a good one, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's recap if there's gonna be one. So, take care.